So I recently purchased like this newly released Philips precision trimmer to remove my facial hair, and I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. And in today's video I'm going to be doing a full detailed review of this product. I'm going to demonstrate how to use it, and I will also compare it with other methods of facial hair removal. Hi guys, it's Magali, and if it's your first time on my channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I make regular videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle, and today I'm going to be reviewing this new Philips trimmer. And I have done a lot of review videos like this in the past because I'm someone who really likes technology and devices, and then I also really love beauty as an industry. So whenever any company releases like personal care technology, it makes me excited because it's like an intersection of two of my bigger interests. And I have reviewed a lot of different devices on this channel, body and face epilators by Brown, and I've also reviewed a couple of different Philips like hairstyling electric brushes. There was the Kerosene air styler, and more recently I also reviewed their heated styling brush. I'm going to leave links to those videos in the description bar below. So whenever I review any new beauty tool, I make sure to use it for quite a good amount of time, and then like I make a really detailed video covering all aspects of it and also telling you whether I think that it's worth it. So when it comes to hair removal, both for the face and for the body, I can honestly say that I've tried pretty much every method that there is out there. Waxing, shaving, epilating or hair removal creams, they all kind of work, of course, and they all have their plus points and their minus points. What way you choose depends on your lifestyle, your pain threshold, your skin type and your personal preferences. Now that we are in the middle of a global pandemic, most people are choosing to go less to the salon, if at all. So I think it's the perfect time to learn how to take care of your facial hair by yourself. My most recent method of hair removal has been through a facial razor. So many different brands make very similar facial razors. They're pretty cheap and they're pretty easy to use, but I know a lot of people also get nervous about using a facial razor. The one that I got is really newly released in India. I think it's just been 2 or 3 weeks, and it's called the Precision Trimmer 4000, but it's also known as HP 6388. I looked at the instruction manual inside, and apparently Philips has a lot of different precision trimmers with slightly different numbers that have almost the same features. Chances are, even if you don't have the exact same number as mine, it's going to work really similarly. Quite a simple and small device. It runs on one AAA battery, and they do provide you the first battery, which is really nice. Even with the battery in, it really feels pretty light, and this is something that would easily fit in like your makeup pouch or something, even if you're going to be traveling. Along with the trimmer and the battery in the box, you will also get 2 teeny little accessories. One of them is this comb head that they say you should use for your eyebrows. It helps you trim the length of your eyebrows if they are on the longer side, without of course like trimming the whole thing off. And then you also get this little firm brush to clean the blades and remove any hair that might get caught up in there. This device is definitely not like water friendly, and you are not supposed to get it wet at any point, so you cannot use this like in the bathroom or in the shower, and you definitely cannot wash this also. You have to clean it and take care of it dry only. Some of you are probably here wondering whether you should purchase a face trimmer or a face epilator. Though both of those devices will remove your hair, they are completely different, so I don't think there's any direct comparison between the two. An epilator is tiny mechanized tweezers that pull out your hair from the roots, kind of similar to waxing. It is a little bit more painful, but then it's longer lasting also. Since your hair is being pulled out from the roots, it will take longer to grow. Now a trimmer is actually quite similar to shaving with the razor because it removes the hair like outside your skin, but it doesn't really pull out the root. Your hair will grow back faster, but one of the pros is that this is not going to cause you any pain. When it comes to epilating and waxing, I know many people are really very comfortable with it. They don't really feel the pain much, but then I also know people who would never epilate or wax in their life because they are scared of the pain. If your pain threshold is very high and you want a longer lasting hair removal, then you should go for epilating or waxing. But if your pain threshold is a little bit lower or you have very sensitive skin, then you might want to look at face trimming. One of the reasons I stopped epilating and waxing my face and now I've only been using a razor is because I have really sensitive skin, and the act of kind of pulling the hair off from the roots used to sometimes give me a reaction in that area that really wouldn't go for a few days. I'd have these painful bumps that would also be visible. That's why I switched to shaving, because it's quick and it's a lot more gentle method, so it is not going to annoy sensitive skin as much. This is a really simple device. There are no separate modes and functions. You can literally take this out of the box, put the battery in and figure out how to use it right away. So over here you see the trimming head of the device, which is 8mm long. It is slightly short of 1 centimeter. You want it to be small because you want it to be precise. You're using it around your eyebrows, so you don't really want a very big blade. You want something small that you can maneuver easily and not mistakenly remove too much of hair. I was pretty curious as to how a trimmer head would be different from a regular razor, which is just basically a blade. This trimmer kind of has these like comb shaped blades, wherein like the outside part of it, if you touch it, it's not super sharp. It's when the hair passes through the comb area, that's when it would get cut. So the bigger part of the trimmer head is just stationary, and then on the right side you have this other slightly smaller blade. When you turn the device on, that's how it sounds when it's on, by the way, that smaller head would start moving up and down really fast. So think of this as the bigger blade, which is stationary, and then this as the smaller blade which moves, and then this goes up and down like this really fast. And so as your hair is passing through that comb-like structure, then the trimmer head trims it. Hopefully you guys understood the mechanics and the idea behind the trimmer. And you also kind of get this comb cap that they say you're supposed to use for your eyebrows. This has two lengths mentioned on it, 2mm and 4mm. The length just depends on exactly where you put it. So if you're putting it a little bit like further to the outside, you're getting the 4mm function. You slide it out and put it closer, you're getting the 2mm function. What it does, it just helps you create some distance between like the hair you want to trim and the blade, so that the whole hair doesn't get completely like trimmed off and removed. It just gets shortened. I don't actually reduce the length of my eyebrow hair. I'll just take out those little baby eyebrow hair that come all around it, and I didn't find any use for this cap personally. In case you guys like shortening the length of your eyebrow hair, you might find this useful, but otherwise I think it's a little bit of a gimmick. So now it's time for a really quick demonstration on my eyebrow and upper lip area. So you always want to do this on a clean face, and I usually do this at night time just so that my skin can kind of heal and recover a little bit overnight. And you usually want to avoid putting makeup on your face right after you remove facial hair. There have been times that I've removed my facial hair while I'm getting ready to go out also, but in general that's something that you want to avoid. So when the trimmer makes contact with your skin, you'll obviously kind of feel that you're touching something to your face, but there isn't going to be any pain or discomfort. I didn't feel anything in my eyebrow area. In fact, I was really surprised that this was taking my hair out. So the first thing that I do is kind of remove all of the hair from my monobrow regions between both of my brows. I'll also go and shave off a little bit of hair from the ends of my brows because that area is really sparse anyway. So I just personally prefer to shorten my brow and keep it a little thicker. Now I'm someone who doesn't really like an overtly like shaped brow. I know many people are into that look, and I used to be when I was younger, but now I prefer my brows to look kind of natural, and I just like to take off some of the excess hair. I don't create too much of a shape, but if you want to, you can do so with this trimmer also. It does afford quite a bit of like control and precision, as the name suggests. It's even easier to do the upper lips because you don't have to be really careful of taking out excess hair. You just kind of take out all of the hair that is there. My upper lip is definitely a lot more sensitive than my brow area. I think that's the case for most people. Even if I try waxing that area or threading it, I could definitely feel the pain a whole lot more over there. So even while using this trimmer, I could kind of feel the blades moving more, and the tiniest bit of like, not pain, but you can kind of feel that discomfort. But you know, it's over really quickly and I'm quite happy with the results. So after removing hair, I'll usually just use a little bit of toner to remove any of the excess hair or any dirt that might be there, and then I'll put on any moisturizer that's really soothing. Would be either the Clinique Dramatically Different gel, or I've also been loving this Laneige Cica sleeping mask, because the Cica sleeping mask is something that's especially formulated for soothing your skin if it's irritated. And I love using soothing skincare after removing facial hair, because when you have sensitive skin, it can get irritated really easily, so you just have to take all of the precautions. So a very comfortable frequency for me to use this precision trimmer is once a week. The hair growth that you guys saw on my face for the demo was a little bit longer than a week, just because I wanted the hair to be a little bit more visible on camera. A weekly frequency is really nice, and when I would wax my hair, I would go even 2 weeks or more. But since this is only removing hair from here, it will grow back in some time. It really depends on how quickly your hair grows, so you might have to do this more often or less often, but I'm usually done with the whole process of hair removal of both areas in less than 10 minutes, and that includes the like pre-skincare and post-skincare that I do. I think this is a really good device, especially if you are a beginner who's going to be removing your own facial hair at home for the first time. I think the price point's not bad. It is fairly affordable, not super cheap but not expensive either, considering that it is a Philips product, so it does kind of have the brand name to go with it. The build quality does seem okay. It's not the most solid device, but it seems sleek and well made and hasn't really given me any trouble so far. I like that it's light and portable, so this is easy to store away, and this will be easy in the future when we're traveling. This is something that you can carry with you without any problem. I think it also works quite well, and it's really good for sensitive skin types. So if you have skin that's easily irritated, and if you want your facial hair removal to be completely pain-free. I'm someone who is really comfortable with using a facial razor also, and now having used both of the methods, for me it's pretty similar. You know, I know that razors are still really intimidating for someone who's doing this for the first time, so I think the trimmer is better for beginners who might be worried about using a razor. If you kind of put too much pressure with this or hold it at a wrong angle, you can kind of cut or damage your skin. And this one is a lot safer because there's no wrong way to use it, and you probably will not hurt yourself. If you're a beginner and the features of this device sounded appealing to you, I would say go for it. If you're someone who's already comfortable with shaving your face with a razor, I don't think you particularly need this. And if you prefer removing your hair from the root, you might want to look at epilating or waxing. If you guys have any questions that you think I didn't really cover in the video, then feel free to leave a comment and I will get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.